2 weeks ago, we got an update regarding the Vorpal sword. Now, it brought us to a whole new dungeon with a whole new experience, and I wanted to get your feedback on it. I personally enjoyed the experience myself. I thought it was great, but I wanted to hear what the community thought. So here's some of the thoughts. What did you guys think of the Vorpal sword experience? Would love to hear what you thought. Out of 445 votes, 42% said actually it was good. 26% said meh, it was okay. 17% said didn't care for it. And the 16% said they don't play or have another opinion stated below. So the map, mechanic, and story-wise, it was one of the best updates we got so far. There we go. And this is where I agree as well. I thought it was very well done, the way that it was presented, so much so that it has me hyped for what they can do for story content, actual story content, when I'm referring to main story content. The new area is refreshingly surprising. The sword itself was worthless because it's not a spell forged, but other than that, the quest inside the tomb was pretty good. Yeah, it was fine, but really needed a cutscene to end the adventure. This is one thing I've also noticed, is we've gotten a lot less animated cutscenes due to the fact that they're down to, like, what, one animator? The new zone looked really cool. I would love for AE to do stuff like that as an event minigame, especially when we have few updates coming for the week, scheduled at a specific time every week, twice on that day for time zone differences with cool prizes. That would be cool. Visually pretty good looking, especially the main area of the tomb with the fog and lighting. Content-wise, it was okay. It's becoming a little disappointing when we get no dialogue cutscenes for new quest lines. The sword looks really cool, but really just cosmetic unless we get an upgraded version at some point. Did we not have any dialogue cutscenes? Maybe we didn't. I didn't really notice. The only bad part of the dungeon is the intellect section. Just click on books was anticlimactic. Oh, I see. Okay. I loved it. It was too short, but the new areas were dope. Wish they did more expansions like stuff like this, but just like my other minor quests. This is going to become another wasted area. I did the quest because I was bored and thought the sword was super average, but it was fun. I really enjoyed running around the room of endurance and chasing lights with other players and fighting with them. That was fun. So now he brings up something here saying, just like other minor quests, this is going to become another wasted area. This is why I personally feel instead of doing their mini weekly updates, they have to do weekly updates. Unfortunately, that's just the way that it has to be. But why can't these mini updates all be part of the main story? Just release it in small chunks like this so we can actually get real main story content. That's how I feel about it. Still waiting on the Blade of Awe, Monk, Druid, and Scholar classes. Another saga, something new with Vayne, because for a big bad hellbent on taking over the world, he's pretty chill. It was a nice touch to add the old stats skills as challenges for the Vorpal Blade though. High level weapon are always welcome in my collection. Monster design was really awesome, and why is this is the only one that has a heart by me? I guess I didn't realize, because I hadn't read any of these until now, but I guess apparently I did read one of them. Map design was really awesome, and I would love to see devs redesign the whole game now that they have more experience designing maps. Quest was good actually, but I feel the final fight for a sword that isn't Spellforged maybe, it's a bit too much for new players. Otherwise, I think it was a neat update. That boss was a hard boss. Several players said they had struggled with it. I'm absolutely excited. I hope that developers could show us more interesting quests like that, where nobody could disturb you or steal your mobs. Artists' work is incredible. Looks like it's a new quality of their skills. Me valueth especially that the melodious words of noble Sir Lancelot did sound as enchanting music into mine ears, for he's back with a grace most exquisite and a charm most bewitching, employing elements of the early modern English, as in the fairest games of yore, dust-laden and resplendent. Okay, wow. So they really like the dialogue of it. Hopefully this new style continues. Was still a bit too much talking for me. I like combat mostly. Map was very well done though. Looking forward to those. Okay, nice. I would like quests being repeatable for gold reward if you finished it, or final fight, or for any kind of glory tokens that allows you to buy house items. It was great XP. The quests were a pushover until the final boss, but I got some great laughs out of it, so can't complain. So, I mean, this is very positive feedback for the most part. I like it. I want the gold handle variant of it though. Ooh, me too. The quest was okay. They should have added effects on the sword, at least to encourage y'all to take it. I'm just doing it in 1 account out of 7. So, I mean, I like the sword. I thought it harkens to the original Vorpal blade, but just more 3D. The questline was very inductive in presentation and enjoyable. From the problem solving presented by the tests, like dodging the ridiculously large knives, it was nice to have mixed in rather than just a go kill this thing, which is exactly. Westmere Mine was another area that really hit the mark with the detection lasers and getting the ninja stealth title. Overall, different styles of playthrough intermixed comes off better. The Lancelot questline was well written with an inductive style that brings the player along. That writing style is much better for players. One of the best console games in history, Final Fantasy VII, was written and presented with a linear inductive style. And I would also agree, Final Fantasy VII being one of my all-time favorite games, which drew players into the story from the beginning up until they escaped Midgar. Such writing and presentation should honestly be used in questlines. Yes, and that got me so mad because then I leveled up that girl and then she goes and dies. It draws people in, and with a mix of challenges in the quest really amps up the enjoyment potential of it. So, there we go. Oh, and one more thing. Oh, wait, I think this was the first one. It was good, but to be honest, we are far away from endgame, and sending out new equipment with Spellforged all the time won't be worth it. I think most of us will be really appreciative if you give us sets that be hard to get and a little better than the Spellforged ones. The whole game is so easy as frig that it's so boring these days. Oh, and one more thing. I love the Nolgath saga. It was so hard, but it was worth it. I just hope they make the game a little tough as it used to be. Where is the option? I don't care. I want a new saga. New Guardian-looking blade. Can't complain. Oh, I love the trials. This blade is a new trophy for me. It was decent. I'm still waiting on Sky Pirates, which is not coming. I also want to see classes get more major reworks. I agree, Necro needs a rework. Subclasses would be nice. I want to be able to build my own. I am still not doing that quest yet. You're not? Well, get on it. The area and music was good, but they can't step away from the do 100 of this mindless task stuff. Context of endurance aside, is not just in that mission. So far, the best minigame update I've seen in the time I've been playing the game. Tight plotline, interesting characters, no self-inserts, nice accidental reference to System Shock's character's creation system by having a small dungeon with every stat, and an impressive usage of normal assets from the production of one of the most beautiful places so far, both outside and inside. That's how you bake those lights, Master Chief, with high contrast and a correct placement of the trees. As for the dungeon, the black fog was a problem at first. Lost myself in the dark more than once, but the navigation is simple and the interior design makes it the second best looking dungeon to me. The first goes to the short-lived parkour section in Nolgath part something, forgot which. This is the standard by which content updates should be measured or something. And I would have to agree. I mean, that was how much I liked this update, was that I literally see it as a standard for what should be, the future. I haven't played for a while now, just can't find a reason to do so. The grind is mid-fun. PvP is balanced in the arena, so no reason to stay up to date with the gear. Graphics, gameplay, mechanics felt something is missing. Story is all over the place, just couldn't keep invested enough to read the quest story because they were not relevant to the final outcome mostly. Social states of the game is declining. It is something I noticed happens with any community. Too much spreading of the maps leads to less interaction between players, so leads less sense of unity and the felling if being relevant in game. Hope this answers anything that posts ask about, because I forgot what it was halfway through the comment. I'm your fans. map was beautiful and the quest was Heartwood easy, and the boss kicked my butt surprisingly hard at the end. 9 out of 10. I'm still pissed about the first part of the quest where the items you gather didn't make sense. Like, you don't need a clothing bundle or a needle or string from Winnie's. It's her whole questing scheme. Also, not getting roasted dricken meat and instead just killing normal drickens. Like, where's the love? We have roasted dricken meat. We get it by killing roasted drickens when doing the Dragon Slayer daily. Not better than I have in my collection. I don't use it. You can't still be playing this game. I don't know if that's impressive or sad. It seems to have been made in a hurry, an unmeasurable waste of potential like everything else in the game. It probably was made in a hurry, to be honest. Too easy and short. Barely even counts as filler content. When are we getting a real story edition? Devs must be happy so many can be fed with cosmetics alone for this long. I'm moving to Final Fantasy XIV as that's coming out soon on mobile, and I'm mobile only. Another player said, so. And last but not least, it was meh at best, and it was bad at worst. Do better, AE. So there we go. Those are the results of the poll. If you didn't state your opinion on that release, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and keep those swords swinging.